It's the National Football League. Super Bowl 57. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Oklahoma product, Baker Mayfield, trotting out there now with the rest of this Browns offense.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Shifts past him at the 45. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. They go play action. Mayfield. Open man here, Sims complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there. Now a give, right side. Felton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The throw taken in by Sims. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Mayfield. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try to put it in the end zone.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the hole?
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. This is Tony Pollard. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. You look at this Super Bowl, the 2nd appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Amon-Ra St. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield with it once more. He gets it to Sims, complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. We'll check on his status when we get back. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On third down, Burrow. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead in this Super Bowl. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A give. This is Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
That's caught by Sims. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Chubb will get the call running left. Stiff-armed him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw there complete to Sims. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This is caught. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Now they go play action now. Burrow escaping the pressure right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go play action with Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Burrow on play action. And his throw here is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now in 4th quarter where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. take the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Browns are right back in this football game. The timeout here is we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Neville Gallimore. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on 1st down, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Completes it to Hilton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He goes right back the way of Hilton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. But to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime, how deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.